Welcome to Impact Meets Innovation, where we explore the intersection of emerging technologies, social impact, public health, and more. On today's episode, we're driving into the future of rideshare. I'm joined by Sarthak and Saksham, the co-founders of ROOO, a South Australian rideshare platform flipping the script on traditional model, putting drivers and riders and community first. Today we'll explore what makes ROOO different, its impact to drivers, riders, and why innovation and safety sit at the heart of their journey. Hi guys, how are you on this fine morning?
Slightly cold, but alright.
Oh, that's a beautiful day for me. Sun is out, good to go.
Yep. Alright, so to start with, I'm going to do a bit of an icebreaker. It wasn't something that was on the script at all. But what does impact mean to you guys?
I feel like impact to me personally means making a difference. Some people can define it as a monetary thing. Some people can say, bringing smiles on people's faces. For me, it's purely making a change. That depends in what context we're talking about. But if I say, particularly in the field that I'm going, I feel like making a change for the community would be the biggest impact definition for me.
Same goes for me, but impact is basically when you bring some change, not for yourself, but for overall community. That leaves you with the impression. That's impact for me.
Yep, cool. So, what inspired ROOO? Was it your background of what you studied? Was it the fact that you both said you worked in rideshare to me before? What inspired it?
For me particularly, because I have a Bachelor of IT degree from Federation University. One of these times we were sitting together as a group and we were discussing ideas for businesses. Then we realized at one point in time, why not do something for the community rather than just earning money? That's where this stemmed. And then we felt like, because it's an IT thing, since we all have a degree in IT, we can definitely create a solution that goes towards that sector. That was what inspired this for me, particularly.
Yep.
Moving forward, I also studied Master of Information Technology from Flinders University. I was basically based in Tonsley, so I had a good network with NVI, New Venture Institute. We are like roommates also, like housemates. We discuss new ideas and stuff on our sofas, and
So you literally have like a startup house.
Exactly. While
like
eating one day pizza, we were discussing what we can do, like what impact we can bring into the community. So we have a bunch of ideas, but this one was the one that we selected and pushed it to reach a goal.
Yeah, no, absolutely, that makes sense. Another just off the bat question I was thinking of when you were talking about this, because it came when you were a student. Do you think there's a need for more IT and tech students to learn more about the impact of what they create as well as the tech itself? Like, it's okay to build something, but should we learn more about the ethics behind building whatever you're building? Do you think there's a need for that type of stuff more?
Ethics are always important. Most people create things for good. Most people in that regards. But I feel like it's a bit of confusion there in regards to what it's going to do in the future. So as an example, a student creates a tech that is going to be used for medical research, but it hasn't really thought of what the implications might be in other scenarios. Ethics, again, 100% important. I feel like more research should be done on whatever you're building.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's a beautiful answer. But I also think that ethics make you work in a disciplined manner. So if you have ethics while you are doing anything, like whether it's a meditation or you are starting or building a startup, So ethics play an important role, because when you have some disciplines, some rules, or some ethics for yourself, so it will be easy for you to capture all the bits and pieces to reach out to a goal.
Yeah, that makes sense. So now for the fun stuff. ROOO. What is it?
I'll give you a simple answer in layman's term. ROOO is a rideshare solution which is designed to flip the model for the traditional rideshare. The way it works is that, because traditional rideshares focus on a commission-based model, we've tried to flip the model there and go on a subscription basis. That's what ROOO is.
Cool. So how did you identify this problem?
Most of us at least, were drivers for traditional rideshares. I personally was a rider because I didn't have a car at that time, could not drive, learned when I came here. Most of us felt like, as drivers, again, 27.5% of our earnings were going away in commissions, right? We all were trying really hard to make good lives for ourselves. As a rider, I felt like, even for a short trip, I'm paying a ridiculous amount of money.
Especially nighttime.
Exactly. So it's either take an hour and 30 minutes to get to work, or take a $30 ride for 15 minutes. At one point in time, I didn't even have money to go. So I was like, okay, I definitely need to do something about this whole scenario. And that's where ROOO was born. We identified a problem, we felt like there's a need for a change, and here we are.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Yeah. Did you want to add anything? Or?
Yeah, so the gap in the market was there are like a few companies creating monopoly with the commission model. So we wanted something that is something for the drivers as their side, like on their side. So we wanted something that the drivers can speak to. So because we are local, we are based in Adelaide, so if there's anything, they are like our doors are open and they can come anytime. That is the main difference that I feel that we can bring into the rideshare sector.
So you said a subscription model. So obviously that's pretty clear how that would work for a driver.
That's
but
correct.
How does it make it cheaper for or better or cheaper, etc., for a user like us?
Let's try to keep it simple. We'll take $100 ride. Now, a rider is paying $100 to the driver, in a traditional rideshare platform. The ride is booked for $100. The driver is only going to get about $70 after taxes, commission, again, which is taken away from the driver. In our model, since we're not taking that commission part, the ride is going to be cheaper immediately for the rider. So let's just say the ride is costing him $90. The driver, because again, there's no commission, is going to get $84 to $85. Again, straightforward, it's cheaper for the rider, and again, it's still more money for the driver. So it's a win-win situation in both regards. There's multiple plans in that regard as well. If a driver does not want to go for a subscription-based model, it can also go for a per-ride trip cost model, which is $1.15 from memory. Even if a ride is a $20 ride or a $30 or a $100 ride, there's only going to be a single charge of $1.50, and that's it.
So I suppose that's good if you're like a student who may not necessarily be able to afford the full subscription model at the start.
Exactly right.
But after a month of doing it, you could theoretically then pay for
If you choose
a full
100%.
subscription, or it allows for a lot more freelance options.
That's correct.
So beyond the riders, beyond the drivers, what impact do you hope your company will have?
So the impact is, what we are focusing is fully community based. So if we have started this startup, we have thought first of all for the drivers. So how drivers are gonna get benefit out of it, because they are the ones that are facing this many problems in the traditional rideshare. And then moving forward, we are thinking about the riders at the same time. So how riders gonna be getting good impact on cheap rides, and how we are driving them to the community side. So all our earnings are going back to the community, because we are based in Australia. We are giving back to the community. We have plenty of non-for-profit organizations that we have signed up with. Organizations like Save for Trees, and
First for Life and
yeah.
Brexit Foundation.
Yeah.
As an example.
Yeah. So we have partnered with them to giving back what we are earning, so that the drivers don't have to face that problem what they are having into the traditional rideshare at the moment.
Yeah. So I suppose that begs the question: are you guys going to be more of a traditional business, or are you moving towards more of a social enterprise model?
Our plan is just to start in Adelaide, and we are not thinking of making profits in Adelaide at the moment. Not at the moment, but like on a longer plan basis. But what we are thinking is that, of course, we will make some money. We will think of making profits, but not in South Australia. So we want to make this rideshare platform Australia-wide, and we want to make some money, and we will be able to when we take this to different states. So on a long-term basis, what you see in ROOO is that it is a community-based rideshare platform, but not of high profits and making just money out of the drivers.
And I assume you're getting a lot back through that as well.
Yes.
So it is much more of a social enterprise model.
Correct.
Which I suppose why you're working with chalk and stone.
Stone and chalk.
Not. Always get it back to front. I'm down to dyslexia. So yeah, no, that's really cool. So I suppose another big question on everyone's mind with ride shares and stuff like that is safety. It's obviously been a big issue, especially for drivers, but also sometimes even for users and just in general. What are you guys doing to help combat, or try and, that's probably the wrong word, to keep riders and drivers safe? Bless you.
In terms of riders, there's this feature in the app called ROOO Care. Anytime there's any problem with whatever ride, any come to mind, you can press a button straight up and the notification goes to the admin or police. So that's straight up covered. What that does is there's an element of human touch in there. So if you call, if you text anyone, it's not going to be a robot or a bot being like, press 1 for this, press 2 for this. It's going to be one of us picking up the phone or someone based in Adelaide. That's what we're doing for the riders and for the drivers.
And for the drivers, we have fully accredited government-implied documents that they have to submit before they become a ROOO rideshare driver. So there are 7 documents that they have to submit before they become a driver, which includes the identity and then the driver license, front and back, and then we have driver accreditation and operator accreditation that is already being checked by services and transport infrastructure management. So what they do is they verify the driver and they give the particular license that they have to upload on our website, and we authorize it, and then they become the driver for ROOO.
That's great.
What about police check as well? Or?
So that all includes in the accreditation.
Yeah.
So if a driver is applying for that particular license, they have to do NCC from Service SA, and once they complete it, then they are given that particular license and they can upload it to our website.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you want anything else to add, or?
That's actually perfectly summarized. In terms of riders and in terms of drivers, it's the same thing, which goes everywhere. As long as the government regulations are followed, and as long as people have a point of contact in terms of point of touch, basically, which is not a bot, and their queries can be solved in a realistic way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, definitely, yeah. So through that as well, I suppose you mentioned there's a lot of document recording, for lack of a better term. What are you guys doing to make sure all that data is safe?
So to keep the data safe, what we are doing is we are having that cyber check on every document that they are uploading. There should be not a fake document, so we are manually verifying each and every document before they upload, before we authorize them to become a partner with us. Partner in a sense that because we are asking for the AVN as well, so they are contractors. So to do that thing. So we have a full proper rules and regulations, and we have a manual that we follow. So once someone uploads, so we verify from the starting of the document. So like if they are uploading, if suppose they upload a document that is expired, so it's our duty to check that, and we make sure that we check it and tell the driver that it is getting expired or it is expired on all right, and you have to upload it again. So that's the whole procedure what we do before we onboard a driver with us.
Key points there would be that every single thing that we take has security cyber protocols in place. We're not taking anything that we're not supposed to.
Yep.
It's just basic stuff, which is payment gateways and all that stuff. Payment information is also taken not by us, but by the payment gateways, which is secure. Any information that comes through in terms of document stuff is again manually verified. So we're making sure everything is in place before we implement something that's more larger in scale.
Yep, cool. So, what do we got here? So I know you've done a little bit of partnering with some of the local councils, like Marion Council. What does that look like? Like, what are you doing with the councils?
As an example, not necessarily with the councils itself as well, but we had point of contact with multiple organizations. When we went to ADA, for example, the biggest concern was what are we going to do for the community itself as well. And the biggest thing that we presented there was to have dedicated rideshare service. In the end, all of us are trying to make South Australia and Adelaide itself a better place for riders and drivers alike, and in general for the people. In terms of other organizations that I mentioned before, we have partnered with the Breakthrough Foundation. We are currently almost finalizing our partnership with Trees for Life and also with the Zara Foundation. What Breakthrough Foundation does, it has mental health research. Trees for Life is, as its name suggests, Trees for Life. Zara Foundation helps protect victims of domestic violence.
Yep.
The idea and the goal here would be to help people in any way that we can, and not just give more money to drivers. In the segue for that, there's also incentive that we're planning in the future for drivers to earn more money, which will be coming really, really soon.
Yep, sure. Can you give us any previews of what they might look like?
Do you want to give previews?
That's okay if not.
They are getting something like extra income apart from just the doing rides and everything. So we have planned this whole phase that we're gonna launch after our launch on 28th of August. So once we do that, we're gonna launch that platform as well, where they can make more money while riding their vehicle. So yeah.
I'll give you a sneak peek.
Yeah.
It's revolving around advertisements. I won't tell you how, I won't tell you where, I won't tell you if it's on the app, I won't tell you if it's on the car, but it's not by us. It's us partnering with someone else who's already doing something in this regard. Furthermore, in our second and third bill, we're also trying to launch Eats, as an example, ROOO Eats and ROOO Delivery as well. So again, that's more and more money. The idea is to make ROOO not just on the rideshare platform. If someone sees ROOO, they should be like, oh, do you know ROOO also did this and that and this?
No, fair enough, yeah. I think I might know the advertisement one.
I won't say anything.
I think I might have tagged you guys, didn't I?
I won't say anything.
No, fair enough. I suppose it's a bit shorter than I thought. That this might end up a bit shorter than we had originally planned, but what does the next 12 months look like for you guys, do you think?
The next 12 months is a great question because I can't really predict how the next week's going to go, especially as we
How might it ideally look then?
Ideally, see, like we said in the beginning, impact for us is not going to be measured by the amount of revenue we're creating. Impact, particularly for me, is going to be measured by the amount of change that we're making in the whole rideshare sector. Even if we can onboard, let's just say, 300, 400, 500 riders per month, that's ideal, that's great. But the main thing will be drivers. If a lot of people are coming to our platform in the next 12 months and they're signing up for a subscription, that means they're seeing a change already. They're not going for a per day basis. That's going to be the biggest change for me. So let's just say in 12 months time, What I want to see is us partnering with even more organizations, having our billboards and hoardings everywhere that ROOO supports this and X supports ROOO as well, and riders and drivers both coming to our platform with a positive impact, which I'm hoping to achieve soon.
Yeah, no, cool. So I suppose we've talked a lot about impact here and social impact and stuff. How are you going to measure your impact?
There we go.
To measure our impact, that's a nice question, first of all. Thing with measuring the impact is, when you see a smile on anyone's face, you get to know that they are happy what we are doing. And if you are giving back something to the community, you see when we donate to anyone, and you feel happy inside. So when we started this, and when we talk to the drivers that were facing this whole problem that we brought a solution to, so what they have have given us a feedback that made us happy, that yes, we are doing something which is a great change to this rideshare sector, but also to the ones that are never been listened. So if you take out any driver comments on any post, you will see that they are commenting lots and lots of problems that they are facing in real world, but no one is listening to them. So that is where we come in. And not only there, when we talk to riders as well, they also have different stories that they keep on calling on the drivers, and the driver doesn't come up, and cancellation and everything. There are heaps of problems that are there. But where we stand is, when we are starting from small space, and when we will be helping out the drivers to reach out and giving back what we are earning to the community, that will bring a big change to everyone, to the society.
I feel like in terms of also how to measure impact, I would say there's two sides to that story as well. We have multiple channels where we can communicate with the drivers and riders alike. As an example, we have a WhatsApp group with drivers at the moment. We have about 300 drivers, and it's not admin locked, so anyone can comment, anyone can raise their problems. Right now, we are seeing a lot of issues that drivers are saying, oh, I have this and that and this and that, which we are obviously incorporating into our platform to solve all. So that's one. If in the future that goes down to ideally zero, that means we've created an impact in that sector. The second thing is the organization we're partnering with. We're also planning to do some kind of fundraisers, events and stuff like that. As an example, Breakthrough Foundation, we are going to do a fundraiser very soon with the drivers and the riders of the community in general. If we make some money, which I'm hoping to, for a cause, we'll donate that. That's another measurable impact.
Yeah. So data-wise, how are you measuring it? So but as you know, I've studied a Bachelor of Public Health, but especially my graduate certificate in social impact, we talk a lot about the physical measuring of social impact. Have you thought much about the physical data behind measuring it?
Honestly, the only data that I thought about in this regards would be the amount of money that we would be generating for organizations like this. Further on, we're also doing surveys on a regular basis. The last survey we did was about, what's that, 23rd, so 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, so surveys, that's a good one. And keep track of those types of things. And then
right.
Each year you pump out an impact report.
Exactly right.
Along with maybe some other data as well, like how many people are using it.
Perfect.
Yeah, so those types of things would be good to do.
100%.
Yes.
We have a regular feedback whenever a ride is completed, both for riders and drivers. So if anyone thinks that there is something to change inside the app or into the safety concerns as well, so they can just reach out straight away, just try typing that, all right, this is the issue, so if you can resolve it. So we are listening. So our office is also based in Stone and Chalk, and our doors are always open, as I said, and everyone is welcome over there.
Yep, no, that's cool. So I suppose moving on a little bit more towards, you mentioned you're wanting to make it Australia-wide. Have you created a time frame or a mock time frame of ideally how that might look over the next 3 years?
As at this stage, we're accredited to operate in South Australia and Victoria. So hypothetically, if you wanted to launch a route tomorrow there, we could. But the reason we don't want to do it is we want to make sure that our roots are settled here first. We want to make sure that what the product we're launching is not just a product, it's something bigger and better. Once that is done, potentially in an ideal world, I'd say in about a year and a half's time is when we would start expanding into other states and feeling the waters there and then going on from there. So, yeah.
But keeping that we are first operating in a good terms in Adelaide, so that all the changes and all the issues that might occur while we are launching and stuff, so they are already managed and all the risk management is done. So once we are fully testing and once we fully tested it in South Australia, we're gonna then move further to Victoria and New South Wales.
That's fair. I suppose kind of with that, considering you are technically licensed to do it in South Australia, in Victoria already, what's to stop someone just opening the driver app and starting?
Well, two things to that.
Just generally curious.
Someone has already tried it. just letting you know.
I'm not surprised.
But the thing is that we won't verify the documents because it's not supposed to be working there. And for the rider, because there's no driver, it's no rights. Simple as that. But I'm sure we can put a geolocation in it as well, that ROOO is not currently operating in your region.
Yeah.
Which is what other apps do as well. Yeah. Quite simple things.
Yeah, no, that's fair, yeah.
It was really interesting when someone just signed off.
It's just a random thought. I was like, I wonder.
One person in Victoria first.
One person so far.
Yes, so far. That's correct.
Yes, no. So, I've run out of questions here, actually. I thought it might take a bit longer. It's been such a long time since I've done an interview podcast, I forgot how long questions take. So, I suppose, is there anything else you guys would like to add?
Yeah, I want to tell everyone about our different plans that drivers have.
Sure.
So we have like a couple of plans that drivers can choose once they get on board onto our platform. So there are like flexi plans, 1 day plan, 1 week plan, or a month plan. So according to different scenarios, they can buy those plans and straight away use our subscription model, and what they earn straight away goes to their pocket. So that's the thing I want to tell.
The next call to action would be follow us on our social medias. Keep an eye out for...
They'll be all on the show notes. So
Yes.
the social media as well as your guys' LinkedIn's as well, if
That's
you're comfortable
correct.
with that and
100%.
all that. So that would be all there.
The next big piece also is that, because again, we're from South Australia, the support from the drivers has been phenomenal. Giving you an example, we went to Adelaide airport with our pamphlets. This guy came to us, he listened to us, the whole scenario. He went with us. I think this was like about 7 or 8 a.m. in the morning. Really cold. I'm in a t-shirt. He went to cars of other drivers, starts knocking. Hey, have you heard of this app? No, I haven't. Download this right now. Next, download this right now. We're talking about 20 people immediately. So, like I said, the feedback from drivers has been really good. They're really, really, really curious and ready to support us as well.
All the ride shares I've been in as well, because I don't drive due to the fact of not having a driver's license. So often I take an Uber if there's no access to public transport, and Adelaide is atrocious for that, as we know.
Correct.
But one of the ones I often do, especially recently, when I catch one, is say, hey, have you guys heard of ROOO? It's like going to be active pretty soon. You should have a look at the app.
Exactly right. Funny enough, drivers are already talking to riders about this. Anyways, they have pamphlets in the back of their cars. One of the drivers had a little kangaroo with pamphlets. I'm like, okay, that's really surprising because we didn't ask for any of this, right?
So they've made pamphlets for you guys.
No, we gave them the pamphlets itself, but they asked for us to give them the pamphlets. The kangaroo part, the like small thingy that they put at the back, was there all along. The next biggest thing would be the support from the riders. And I feel like that would come eventually anyways if we make sure that we're transparent in our actions and we're putting forward a solution that works not only for the community but for Adelaide as a whole.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's, I think, pretty good. That's very. Honestly, I can't think of anything else. We've covered a lot in the half an hour. So I suppose thanks for being on the podcast. It's the first true one I've had in a while, which is good. And the first interview one of impact+innovation. So
Thank you so much.
yeah, no, thanks for being on it. It's been a pleasure. Yeah, follow these guys on their socials and sign up to ROOO, I think, on the 28th.
That's correct.
Yeah, so on the 28th of this month, in like
5 days.
in 5 days, you should all
You ready?
be ready for the weekend's drinking using Uber.
Exactly right.
Replacing Uber with ROOO.
That's correct.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting.